Okay, so hello everybody, welcome to today's lesson. Okay, so today's lesson will be covering on Sec 1 G2 Mathematics. So those of you who are G1 and G3, please be sure to look up the videos on YouTube because your syllabuses are different. Okay, but those who are taking G3, the scope that I'm going through today will be the same, but for subsequent recordings, okay, please look at the YouTube tutorials on your own. Okay, so here we go. This will be a self intro of myself. Sorry if my face there is very awkward because I don't know why I smile like that. Okay, right, so hello everybody, my name is JC. Okay, I'm currently a tutor with about 5 years of teaching experience, specializing in O-level E-Math and level English. Okay, I have some credentials which means my personal life. Okay, but the one I want to emphasize most is this: don't take your safety for granted, yeah. Okay, because yes, number one, priority. Alright, so today we're going to be starting on prime numbers. Okay, yes, I don't know why I'm so excited about that. Okay, but firstly, I need to have the things for you all today. Okay, firstly, I need you all to have your rough paper, your pens, and if you have your textbook, which is right about here, okay, you may do so. Okay, alright, so today I'm going to be covering some content. So firstly is the content overview for today will be for Sec 1 Chapter 1. It's the same thing for G3 and G2, so this thing will come into play. Alright, firstly we'll cover on prime numbers. Hopefully there will be a tick there. Yeah. Okay, and we'll practice of some prime number questions. Okay, alright, so today we're going to be touching on, this was for my previous lesson. Okay, this was from the primary school one, I think. Yeah, yeah. Okay, first things first, I need to go through this. Now in your exam, you may be asked for the definition of prime numbers depending on your school. Okay, depending on your school, but I can tell you first, for national exams, this will not come up. Okay, most likely they will ask you to do the prime factorization method, okay, which I will also cover in this video. So first things first, what are prime number? Okay, basically prime numbers are numbers that only have two factors, mainly 1 and itself. Okay, what does this mean? I will show you. Take for example the number 2. Okay, what are the factors that you can form with 2? 2, you only have one type of factor. Okay, okay, so you only have one factor, which is 1 times 2, right? So take note these two numbers. I have the number 1, and if you realize 2 and 2 they match, meaning to say that these two numbers are known as the term itself, because you are taking the number that is itself, okay, and multiplying it by 1. Sorry, I think there's a sewage thing. Yeah, very loud noise. Okay, but anyway, okay, basically they're just numbers that only have one factor, which is 1 and itself lah. Okay, So let's list the prime numbers that are lesser than 10. What prime numbers do we have that are lesser than 10? Okay, lesser than 10, so we have 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11. Okay, or yeah, or lesser than 10 will be like that only. Okay, then some of you may ask me, but sure, how come my school never mention this number? Okay, your school will never mention the number 1 because 1, according to some reasons of factorial, okay, or some reasons of factorization, 1 is not included in the prime number because of this reason here. Okay, for those who are more advanced in your mathematics, there's actually a correct answer to this, but this is a general way of how you explain when the question asks why is 1 not a prime number. You just tell them due to the principle of reasons for sorry principles of fact due to the principle of factorization. So this is how you explain, okay, why is 1 not a prime number? You will say it is because due to the principle of factorization, one is not a prime number. Okay, this is how I explain, right? Okay, so now we have touched on what is prime number. Now I need to touch on what is composite number. Just now some of you with very good eyesight have already seen what are composite numbers, right? So what are composite numbers instead? Okay, sorry wait for a bit. Okay, sorry about that. So what are composite numbers instead? Okay, some of y'all with very sharp eyesight already saw this just now, but let me refresh again. Basically, they are numbers that have more than 2 factors. For example, take the number 4. Pretty simple, right? Okay, 4 has 2 factors. What are the 2 factors? Factor 1 is 1 times 4, here and here, right? Next is 2 times 2. So even if the two numbers are the same, this is factor number 2. This thing here is factor number 1. Okay, do you need to state the factors in the exam? Answer is no. They will ask you to compare what are the difference between composite numbers and prime numbers. So how do you compare? Simple. Okay, just say that composite numbers are numbers that have more than 2 factors, while prime numbers only have one factor. Then this is for the higher order students. You'll write mainly 1 and itself. Okay, can? Yeah, so it's something like that. Clear? Alright, so while we are done with this already, now let's move on to some real life practices. Okay, so this will be the real life practice that you'll be seeing from now onwards, which is right here. Boom. Okay, so this will be the one here. Okay, I got it from EduGain website, which is a tuition center. So yeah. Okay, right here. Alright, great. Okay, it says here, choose correct answers from the given choices. Okay, firstly, you will need to understand what the meaning of prime number is, right? This one, they have number all the way until 12, from 10, 4, 5, and 12. Let's say, for example, I never studied. How am I going to know which is a prime number or not? Firstly, remove your composite numbers. Okay, meaning to say, this one is a factor 2 factors, right? 12 has how many factors? 12 also has 2 factors, right? Twelve also has 2 factors. Then ask ourselves, B and D are odd, correct? And based on what you learned just now, prime number is a number that only has a factor of 1 and itself. 10 has how many? 1 times 10, 2 times 5. So this one also will be 2 factors. So answer will be C, 5. Okay, the number 5 does not have 2 factors, but instead it only has 1 factor. Okay, draw my arrow a bit clearer. Okay, but instead 5 only has 1 factor. Okay, alright, next. This one. Okay, this one. This one, there's only one answer. Okay, it might look like there's a lot, but there's actually, yes, there's actually quite a lot. Okay, it might not look like a lot, but there are a lot of composite numbers here. Okay, D we know is out because anything that has number 5 in it, okay, 85, 75, 65, all these can be divisible by 5. So this will be out. Okay, but for the single digit 5 is a prime number because it only has 1 in itself. 15, however, this number 15 has 2 factors. It has 1 times 15, 3 times 5. So that's why always take a look out and do your calculator pressing if you need to. Okay, yes, for those sec ones who are also brand new, okay, because you are new, right, this is the very good fun fact for you. In secondary school, all papers you are allowed to use your calculators, so don't need to mental sum, don't need to whatnot, just key everything in your calculator, get the answer straight. Okay, that's a good thing about transitioning from primary to secondary school. Okay, back to this question again. Okay, B we also know is out because 93 has what? 1 times 93. 3 times 31. Okay, So B is out also because it also has two factors. Okay, now comes the tricky one. We have 42 and 73. Now 42 we also know is out because 1 times 42, we still have what? Yes, 2 times 24. What else? 6 times 7. You see there are so many factors of 42. So this one is also confirmed out. Okay, so now your only answer is die plus chop chop is C, 73. Okay, 73 cannot be divided by any other number. Okay, so if I will try 73 divided by 2, 36.5, no decimal is allowed in prime number. So you continue, divide by 3 cannot, divide by 4 cannot, divide by 5 cannot, divide by 6 cannot, 7 cannot, 8 cannot, and 9 cannot. Okay, so if the single digits all are out, right, means this should be the correct answer. Okay, so the answer will be C. Alright, now let's go to the next one. Fill in the blank. Okay, it says here 3. Okay, question 3. The smallest prime number more than 35 is, so they want you to state the next prime number after 35. So we have what? We have 31, we have not 33, we have not 34, not 35, not 36, 37. Okay, after 37 you have 38 cannot, 39 cannot. Okay, 40, then the next one will be 41. So therefore the answer will be 37. Alright, next one, question 4. The smallest even prime number, even is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Just to recap your memory. Okay, those are even numbers. So they want the smallest even prime number. Okay, this one only have one answer, which is 2. Okay, because you have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this will be the only even digit there is. Right, can 0 is even but is a composite number. Okay, for those of you who are thinking of 0. Okay, next one, the value of this whole long sum is, okay, this one very easy, just go to your calculator and press it out. Okay, so just type every single thing into your calculator. Which will take me a while. Okay, for those of you who are fast, please hold on. You should get a fantastic answer of 8. Okay, now for about 2 minutes, can you try question 6? Just type it into your calculator. I'll give you about 2 minutes. Alright, here we go. Okay, time is up. Okay, 2 minutes is up. Those of you who are still calculating, you can calculate still. Okay, for those who are done, the correct answer is -8. Okay, hopefully you got these two right. Okay, next one. These are the questions that they will ask you in the exam. Okay, write all the prime numbers between 13 and 37. Okay, when they say between 13 and 37, don't count these two in. Okay, I repeat, do not count these two in. So you will start from 17 onwards. Okay, let's list them now. We have 17, we have 19, we don't have 20, 21 don't have, 22 don't have. Next one, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, 29 doesn't have a factor. Yeah. Yeah, 29 doesn't have a factor. 30. Okay, 30, 31, 32 have, 33 have, 34 also have, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so that will be it. So it will be like that. Okay, next one. What is the smallest two-digit prime number? Answer 11. Okay, this should be pretty straightforward. So 7 is done, 8 is done, 6 is done. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, question 9. Write all the prime numbers between 79 and 96. Again, do you include? No. So we will start from a very nice number of 83. Okay, because 81 have 81 divided by 9. Yeah. 83 I think don't have. Yeah. 83 don't have, 84 don't have, 85, 86, 87 I think. Oh, 87 have. Okay. 88, 89, 89 should not have any. Yeah, 89, 90, 91. Yeah, I think 91 don't have. Yeah. Okay, 91 have. Okay, sorry, 91 have. 92 have. 93 confirm have. 94 have. 95, 96, 97. Okay, so this will be the only two. Okay, next one. Number 10. Write all the prime numbers between 19 and 36. So what do we have? We will start with the obvious 23. Okay, 29, 31, and that's it. Okay, so from this exercise, you realize, okay, I'll write quite a bit here. You will realize that all even digits are not listed because they are all composite numbers. Okay, here's the thing that you should realize. You should realize that all even digits are not listed in question 6, 7, in 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, because they are all composite and therefore they have more than two factors. That's why they are not prime. Okay, can? Right. Next thing I want to cover is prime factorization. If I have, okay, for the remaining time, I will touch a little bit on prime factorization and then we will do practices next. The next time I see you. Okay, which will probably be next week. Okay, sorry, I need to move here and there. Okay, so prime factorization. Okay, for prime factorization, there's only one method to do it. I will call this the ladder method. Okay, prime factorization means you can only divide by these few numbers: 2, 3, 5, and 7. Then you get your answer from there. Okay, I'm trying to find a number that can do prime factorization. Okay, let's say if I ask you to do the prime factorization of this number, okay, let's say if I have to do the prime factorization of 18. Okay, if I were to do the prime factorization of 18, the first thing you need to do is to do this thing here. This means the start of your ladder. Okay, start of ladder method, you will do this. Okay, in the actual national exam, will they ask this? The answer is a yes. Okay, this one every year always come up. So what you do is you only can divide by these few numbers here, because why? These few numbers are prime numbers. Okay, so the first number, let's say if I were to divide by 2, 18 divide by 2, this thing here means divide. This is your divide line. Okay, so it's like you do your division like that. Okay, 18 divided by 2, what do you have? You have 9, correct? But let's say, okay, 2 I cannot use anymore. So I only can use 3, 5, and 7. Which one can I use? Okay, there's only one option, which is 3, because I can speed up the process, right? And I have another 3 here, and then finally a 3, and I'll have a 1. The moment you hit a 1, don't do this anymore. Okay, don't do this anymore, because this means that you are still doing. You erase this part means you are done with your prime factorization. How do you write? You need to write from the smallest prime digit number that you divide by to the biggest number that you have already divided. So for example, if I have only 1, 2, I'll write 2 to the power of 1. But 2 to the power of 1 don't have, right? So just 2 times 3 squared. Okay, this 2 over here represents how many of 3's. Okay, now time is running short, I'm going to end it here. Now next lesson, okay, the next lesson, wait, let me start a new one. Okay, for the next lesson, I will finish prime factorization with a practice. and 2 moving on to HCF and LCM. Okay, now I'm going to end the video here. Okay, make sure y'all can consolidate whatever you have learned. Okay, meaning to say y'all can revise whatever y'all have learned. Okay, if y'all enjoy this video, please smash on the like button, share it, post it, whatever you want to do with it. Okay, and I will see you guys in the next lesson. Okay, take care, stay safe, and goodbye.